So Adlib is middleware. So we sit in between a customer's inbound like destination. So that could be their email inboxes, it could be their fax servers, it could be their network share, it could be their SharePoint or OneDrive location, it could be their regulatory information management system, it could be their quality management system. Documents come into the business every which way, right? And the point is that there's work to be done on those documents such that they comply to the business process, the manual steps that need to be automated. But in many cases, there's also steps that are required to simply comply to the regulatory bodies that may be out there. So what you need to know about Adlib is we're looking for mission critical documents. We're looking for things that are highly repeatable and drive the business, right? That's the business that we're in. So kind of paint that picture for you. Here on this particular slide, these are just sample document types, and you can tell these are not the ad hoc documents. These are the documents that drive the business. And when I say email and text, these are email and text that contain mission critical information, not your standard email that you may get, just from a casual user. I'm talking about email of invoices or email of statement on standard operating procedures or whatever it may be. Then you have these sources. So when you look at these documents, you may create these documents within the business. You may receive these documents from an external party. These documents may be generated by a line of business application. They may be faxed to you. You may scan them from a multifunction device. And if you think about the sources, some of them are manual, but many of them are not. Like if you're faxing a document or receive it, that is a manual step to it. If you're actually scanning a document, there's a manual step to it. Right? So many of these things, there's people involved in each of these sources. Then when you receive a document, the sky's the limit as to the number of things that you may have to do to the document, and it's different likely by document type. A CAD drawing for a nuclear rig or a facility is very different than a clinical trial, right? And what you need to do it to use it in a line of business process, and to potentially how you submit it to the regulatory authority. Sometimes you're just simply OCRing the document. Sometimes you're merging multiple documents together. Sometimes you have to stamp it as received. If it's got hyperlinks, those hyperlinks need to be of a certain color and then they need to be underlined. Font sizes need to be of a certain size. Documents can't exceed 100 megabytes. There's a whole bunch of rules that typically people are on the middle of. And it's error prone and just takes a long time to do. All right. And then once you prep the document, typically you receive a document or create a document because it has business value. There's information in there that's relevant to the next step, right? It could just be about anything. You guys look at documents all the time. So what we're trying to do here is not only prep the document, but also help the end user or the line of business extract the value from that document so it adds value to that line of business process. And ultimately, you got your destinations. And those destinations could be, hey, I just need to archive the document for 7 years. It could be, I need to go to my CRM system so I can help to process a quote. It could go to my ERP system so that I order replacement items. Depending on the document type you receive, the destinations will vary. So as you look at a standard customer, they may receive documents by various sources. There's people doing manual steps. And as you start to build this out for a customer, look at all the document types and all the manual steps, it gets really, really complex. So you'll find that customers can't change their documents. They already have their line of business applications in place. But what they're looking for is a solution that's in the middle that is able to take that complex manual step, error-prone process and turn it into something that's automated every time without fail. And that's what Adlib does. So when we say we're middleware, this is exactly what we mean. If you go into any customer and ask them what their mission-critical documents are, and then ask them about what steps they take to process the document, I guarantee you that many of them are manual and can be automated by what Adlib is doing.